everyone, and welcome back to touchethepodcast. I'm Tally, and I'm joined by my co-host, David.
Hey, everyone. Literally, and I'm like, what?
Like, heads up.
Yeah, so I did pass out on Sunday.
How many hours did you clock on Sunday night?
Like, literally over 12, and I forgot, like, I was so tired that I didn't even put my retainers in.
Oh, dang, that's when you know.
That's when you know.
Rock bottom, baby.
Yeah. But, happy belated birthday, Margaret. So, it was
Happy
so fun. Happy I'm finally using my benefits again, and...
I haven't taken a standby trip this year. I've only flown on business for a work trip. So, you're not the only one, babe.
Wow,
honestly, I'd be down to not take one for a bit.
Yeah, I feel like my surgery, not to be existential, made me feel like I want to start saying yes to all the trips. Because I had a period of time where I was saying no. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, there may be a moment where I won't be able to take all these trips. Uh-huh. So now I need to start saying yes.
Post baby Hearn.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I go through ebbs and flows. I think last year
You traveled so much last year.
I know. I think last year I took maybe at least 20 flights.
Yes.
This year, though, I don't know. I'm just feeling more like a homebody.
Do you track your flights?
Well, you can go into our portal.
Yeah.
And you can search your history.
Yeah,
so yeah.
I use My Flight Radar 24.
Oh, so you actually use an app. No, I just look in the portal.
And this last year was my lowest flight. So I started tracking it in 2021 when I interned. And so last year was my lowest flight year since 2021.
So this panel that I spoke on was to students that are in the Cox School of Business, predominantly freshmen.
Oh, shit.
My biggest takeaway is that, wow, these kids are starting to look real young.
I know, dude.
I was feeling really old. I actually, David, this was the most disturbing part. I was the oldest person speaking on the panel. Did you know how that feels?
I mean, you are 30.
Okay, how dare you?
I know. Every time I see someone... Okay, well, that's have you seen... I'm, not pivoting this, but have you seen Robert Irwin's photos on social media right now?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. What happened?
Do you know how old he is?
How old?
21.
He looks like he's 40. That body.
No, it's so interesting because I have these moments where I'm like, oh, they look so old.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh no, my perception of age is we look older than we think we do.
Immediately. It's the same thing with interviewing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like the advice that we were giving on the panel, and everyone had a very similar vibe. What was really funny is that there was 5 of us, all from different backgrounds. There was somebody who was in tax auditing, someone who was in tech sales, someone who was in IB at Goldman Sachs, me in marketing and partnerships and aviation. And what everyone kind of kept saying is we're not curing cancer, so don't take your life too seriously.
Literally.
And it was kind of funny that that was the advice we were giving to people who were trying to go in the workforce. I haven't even worked at the company or on the team yet.
For sure.
So it's more so how can the skills that you have, your skill set, be applied to what we're doing? That's more important, I think.
Would you rather be interviewed by someone who's super chill or super intense? I have interesting thoughts on this.
I've had both, and they have had different outcomes in both ways. I think I'm kind of a mix of those two personalities, so it's kind of hard to pick. But I do think that interviewing with someone who's more laid back creates a more approachable environment. Mm-hmm. But I do think that you can't let that fool you and let it become a laid back interview. You still need to be on your shit.
I was actually going to say the same thing. I like intense interviewers better because then I'm on my shit. I'm nothing is being lapsed. I know I came out of that 100%. I actually think, and I'll just talk about myself, I don't mean to be tricky when I'm interviewing people, but I think sometimes I can get a little relaxed.
Completely.
And I make the person being interviewed too relaxed.
Right.
And
about eponyms.
Which I legitimately don't even know what an eponym is. It's like an EpiPen.
Exactly. I'm so happy you asked. That is why I am here to enlighten and entertain.
You're so welcome.
An eponym is a word that comes from the name of the person. So essentially words that were named after the person.
So Pilates?
Like Joseph Pilates.
Hell yeah.
Pilates is an eponym. Great example. So let me talk to you guys about a couple eponyms, and it's really just kind of a little history lesson as well.
Love.
And it was what sustained him during a round-the-clock gambling session. So he really needed that energy while he was gambling 24/7, and put some meat between some bread.
Well, because I guess we didn't really need brand names until... Because now people create products to create products. They were creating products just genuinely out of fulfilling needs they had. Like, they weren't like... He wasn't like, I'm going to make this sandwich to sell it.
Right.
He was like, I'm making this to keep myself alive.
To keep myself sustained while I play blackjack all night long. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's like making a drink, and you're like, oh, I'm going to sell this soda called DeVuono.
Right. Which, not a
That'd
bad
be
name.
dope. That'd be a good cocktail name.
No one would know how to pronounce it, though. That's the problem I run into.
The Tally? That would be cute.
That would be cute.
I'm just like...
Dated with the act of doing Pilates. Like, it's just funny how language works, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, like...
I give up.
I always get to this point. Interesting. So I'm watching Traders UK right now.
Okay.
Because they're speaking English with accents. Heavy, like, northern accents. I cannot understand a word anyone is saying in that show.
No, that's like Leo Woodall to me. Like, his accent is so thick, I don't know what he's saying, but he's so cute.
Right, like, sometimes it's just, like, I can hear the separation of noises.
Yeah.
But I don't, like, he's like, yeah,
but they all know.
Right, I'm like, he didn't say anything.
No, I'm like, he literally just, like, grunted.
Like, I'm being gassed.
At his restaurant, Caesar's. Okay, well, I don't know why I thought it was French.
Oh, so the French aren't claiming it.
It's such a French dish, though.
So are we, like, I'm down to continue shading the French. You don't need to give me two reasons. Like, I'm just like, I'm here for it.
Hold on.
I do think I could live off of a Caesar salad for every meal. Like, not like physically, but mentally I could live off of a Caesar salad. I think I'm gonna get Caesar at Urbano tonight. Duh.
Yeah, you really should. I was wrong. The French don't claim Caesar salad.
Okay, but we should keep that in.
I think of it as a French dish because it's always at French restaurants. So this might sound really stupid, but it's honestly just like a learning moment.
That's how I'm going to take everything that comes in my life. It's like, yeah, that I sound like an idiot right there, but we're just learning. Like, every day we are learning new things.
I knew when Caesar salad was invented, so that's pretty fucking baller.
That's the beauty of life, is that we are just learning every moment.
Another part of the reason...
That you thought it was French?
Oh, yeah. I'm reading this. Sorry. So,
no,
I actually wasn't wrong.
Okay.
While the Caesar salad is not traditionally a French dish, it has become very popular in French bistros and is often enjoyed as a lunchtime meal. The dressing, a key element of a Caesar salad in the dressing is French mayonnaise. So that's why...
There's mayonnaise in Caesar salad dressing?
Yeah, there is. You say that word, niçoise? Like a...
Look at me right now. Do you think I've ever had a niçoise?
You said satay or whatever.
I don't even know what niçoise is.
You know those salads in have you been to France?
No.
Oh, okay.
But, like, enlighten me. I can't even visualize what that looks like together.
Yeah, no, completely. This has been, like, an interesting conversation.
Dude, now I want a Caesar salad. Kale Caesar at Sweetgreen, supremacy.
Yeah, that sounds so good.
Yeah, okay, you do. That's an app, everyone. Hopefully we piece something together for y'all. As always, be sure to find us on all social media platforms. Send us a voice. Please, everyone, please send us a voice note for Listeners Lounge. Everyone we come in contact with in person is like, oh my god, I'd love to be on the pod. And then nobody sends us voice notes. So just think about
that. Look inward.
Yeah.
Why is this happening?
Right.
Rate us 5 stars if you like what you hear. Make sure you're following us on all streaming platforms so you can be notified every time an episode drops. 75 episodes, one more quarter till 100, baby. Let's do this thing.
Hell yeah. Also, like, quick plug, I'm drinking this Retro Vibe Celsius, which is sparkling sherbet slush, and we both tasted it, and I think this might be one of my top 3 Celsius flavors.
Pretty good stuff, baby. Pretty good stuff.
So look up Retro Vibe. I am going to go... I'm also going to go for a run right now, but I do want some Caesar salad.
David is now an Equinox member, and I think next ep, can you give us an update on your experience in like the showers or workout classes?
I was like debating this. I'm like, I feel like it's just so obnoxious to talk about that. Dude,
I'm not at all, because I do ClassPass and it's probably almost the same price that you pay. It's just like there's a certain connotation or. I'm gonna go look up some more Eponyms and get back to you guys.
Yeah, I'm looking at my Eponyms with my EpiPens.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that's the app, everyone.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for listening.
Whoa, that was like a deep... have we said love you to the listeners
I think
before?
that we should start saying that.
Okay, I don't know. I don't like move that quick. Like, I don't know if we're saying I love you with that.
I get that. 2 years is not long enough.
I kind of like you guys.
Yeah, we like you. We're in like with